How to process map. 10 steps to get you started. So why should you process map? You may have an office with workers performing tasks, or a factory where you are producing goods. You may offer a service or have a complex supply chain that provides you with materials. But do you know the processes that go into creating these goods and services? W.H. Deming said, if you can't describe what you're doing as a process, you don't know what you're doing. It's hard to quantify the exact worth of processes or how effective they are without being able to see and measure them. By creating a process map, you are producing a visual example of your business processes, complete with inputs and outputs. The core reason for process mapping is that those organizations that perform the transformation of inputs into outputs well generally manage to meet or exceed customer expectation, and those that do it best are invariably the most successful. Now, let's look at how to process map. Bear in mind though, that this is a simple explanation. If you want a more in-depth explanation, then download our process mapping white paper on our homepage. You can't miss it. 1. Identify the process. Identify the most urgent process problem you have in your organization and move backwards to the not so dramatic problems. Number 2. Identify the start and end point. It's important to have a start and an end point in process mapping. If you are capturing the initial process, write the start and end point on different post-it notes and place them at the beginning and at the end of the process. That way, you'll know when to stop. Number 3, get buy-in from stakeholders and process experts involved with the process mapping. Make sure you have the process expert involved here, or you'll be in danger of capturing an incomplete or erroneous process. Number 4, what is your process? To capture your process, first, you need to know what that process is. Define your process by creating a title at the top of the page. Number 5, capture the process. Running a process mapping workshop using Sharpie pens, post-it notes, and a ream of brown paper or a whiteboard is key when working with a group. And then later you get to transfer it to process mapping software. Some examples of process mapping software are Microsoft Visio, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word process flow diagrams, and IBM Blueworks process maps. 6. You need a consistent methodology. Without a consistent process capturing methodology, and there are many, you will make life very hard for yourself. For instance, at Triasta, we use our own simple noun-verb methodology. Each input or output is described using a noun, each activity is described using a verb. Easy. Number 7, use shapes to represent the elements in the methodology. For example, the elements we include in ours are activities, connectors, external activities, external deliverables, decisions, deliverables, and off-page connectors. We use different shapes to represent the different elements, again, making everything very easy. 8. Focus on the output. It's important to focus as much as possible on the deliverables that are produced throughout a process. Activities have no value, they actually attract a cost, whether it's in terms of budget, time, or resource. The value of a process is in its deliverables. In order to capture a deliverable, ask the question, what does the activity produce? Or, what do you have now that you didn't have before? Number 9, you need to use it. You need to make sure that if you go to all the work of capturing the process, that you actually use it. This will be easy if your organization has some sort of process management system. Number 10, make it accessible to your staff. The whole reason for process mapping is so your staff can have access to the correct procedure for carrying out the process. If you don't have easy access for the people who actually use the process daily, then there's really no point in creating them in the first place. Now for the resource part. This is the most important part because these go more in depth into what I've just been talking about. If you want to take the next step in understanding how to create a process map, download our process mapping guide on our homepage. We also have a white paper on the shapes most commonly used in process mapping and information on our platform, also on our homepage when you go down from the drop-down menu. Thanks very much for watching. If you liked our video and you got a lot out of it, make sure you like and share on social media, or you can leave a comment for us. We're always interested in hearing your thoughts on our latest videos or blogs. Thanks very much for watching.